Day one, everyone bonded and we started feeling like a family.
Well, I'm loving the show. I'm so grateful they asked me to interview you guys because otherwise I tend to ignore network TV, but it's on Hulu, which is the good news because that's where I watch. Most people watch their programming like myself on the streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm. And now you'll get to binge, which is really nice because that way you get to, decide how and when you tap into a story and when you want to like take a beat.
Exactly, because there's betrayal, there's sibling rivalry, there's bribery. And this is a family.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what your family's like? My family's like that.
I don't know.
No, I think the juiciness and that kind of complex and layered stories and the soapiness and whatever. That's what hooks me. When those cliffhangers, plot twists, I'm in. I am the perfect target audience for this show.
And your character, Veronica, has a big one. But I'm wondering, are they going to explain later why you did a hit and run?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one of the beautiful things about Veronica is as the season goes on, with no spoilers, but as the season goes on, we realize she was just built on shoulds, responsibilities, right? I should be a good daughter, a good future CEO, a good wife, a good mom. But those are all burdens to her that she's never questioned. And now she gets to be like, what do I want? Do I want this? How do I want to do it? How do I want to get it? Does the mean justify she's reevaluating all of her life choices and she's questioning it all. So I like showing a woman with those doubts and those questions and that exploration, because I feel like me and a lot of my friends, those are the things we ask ourselves on the daily.
And what is it like to work with such a beautiful cast? Everyone is beautiful.
Oh.
And it's set in a winery. The visuals are everyone's beautiful. And the setting.
They're all awful in real life. No, I will say we have lucked out. Day one, everyone bonded and we started feeling like a family. Funny enough, in a lot of those roles. John feels very Papa Bear to us, and there's a lot of that. Mm-hmm. Bellamy, who came in after we shot the pilot even, immediately was stepping in and she was kind of taking care of a lot of the younger, and it felt very natural, yet I will admit it gets very messy because we're all excited and passionate, and you put us together in a room, we can't stop laughing and we're loud and we're playing music and the poor production is like, let's come guys, we got to shoot. And we're just having fun. It's hard for it to feel like work sometimes because of that. Right. It feels like a family.
And I'm so glad to see John Ortiz. He's been an underrated actor for so long. He's good in everything he does. So I'm really happy to see him in the lead role. What was it like working with he's a veteran. Most people don't recognize him, but he's been in a lot of films.
John had recently, when we were doing a panel together, he mentioned how this was the first ever lead role that he had gotten offered in this way. And it was moving to see how he tapped into that gratitude, that space that so many people, I think, feel in the industry when they feel like they are marginalized for whatever, their ethnicity, their said gender, whatever it is. And it was really humanizing to see that, because let me tell you, John is the most beautiful human being, but he's larger than life. So there is that kind of sense of all of us want him to approve, like, the father's right. Approval. We all kind of did, is he proud of us? Does he like this? So it's really beautiful to see. I love it.
And what I love about the show is that it shows the many layers of Latinos, like Joe Sandoval. That's not his real name. If you watch the show, he's got a secret. We all know what the secret is. So that the way he acts in the present, it's a little, it's not confusing, I guess, but because it reflects reality, how some people are like, they came, illegally, but then they turn their back and be like, oh no, you're illegal, you got to go, so it's a real dynamic.
There's so much research that went into that, because as we were crafting our characters, a lot of the conversations that we had internally with Matt, our creator, and just amongst the cast too, were about, how assimilation takes over when you are trying to come to a new country, make a life for yourself, you are ambitious, you have a legacy, how it turns out, you know, he doesn't really talk to his kids in Spanish. He doesn't really, it's almost like he doesn't want to be what he is. He doesn't want to be a Latino at times, but then he embraces, you know, it's conflicting. It's hard. And how much it emulates reality. A lot of the people, without it being political, but a lot of, you know, people who have immigrated into the country and, you know, immigrants in California, particularly in Sonoma, that then reach a level of success, they have a slightly more conservative view. Like, you know, it almost feels like Joe is rejecting his roots sometimes. And that's very interesting, I think, as a character to start exploring and seeing where that goes. Because I think you'll start seeing the parallels and the contradictions in those storylines. And I can't wait.
Really quick, what little nugget can you give us as a tease?
Ooh, as a tease, pay attention to the female relationships with each other, both mother, daughters, sisters. I would pay attention to those because those are very juicy and very loaded and full.
Ooh, I can't wait. Thank you so much. And thank you. I'm happy I've discovered the show because I'm really excited about it.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thanks.